Good morning, everyone. We are Team SLANT. My name is Silvan Pimasan, the business management major here. It's my second year at UMass Dartmouth. Today we're going to be talking to you about paid paternity leave, and this is Allison.
I'll be talking to you about infant development and why they need you.
I'm Lucas Cabral, business undecided, sophomore. I'll be talking about long-term goals.
I'm Natalie. I'm also a business major in marketing, and I'm going to be talking about the benefits that it has for society.
Tom Garabedian, and I'm going to be talking about a little bit of what you could maybe do to improve paternity leave in this country.
So who here knows what paternity leave is? Anyone?
It's the time you get taken off after you
Yeah, basically. So when a father has a child, you think that he gets to take time off just similar to a mother. Maternity leave to care for the child and everything. Funny enough, in the United States, that's not the case. In the United States, it's so uncommon for companies to authorize any kind of paternity leave, whether paid or unpaid. And it's a seriously lacking issue. Go back. So this kind of stigma where it's not okay, where it's not even allowed for fathers to take paternity leave. Our generation is kind of backwards, but like the generations of our parents, it's completely normal for fathers to take maybe 1 or 2 days off when the kid's born and be back at work like nothing happened. And now, even now, there's a split in the workforce of people our parents' age and people our age, where we think that paternity leave should be a thing, but our superiors or people our parents' age negatively stigmatize us for this. So speaking about people our age, people are now pro-paternity leave. A lot of research has been coming out saying that parents need to be with their kids, father and mother, and a lot of companies, modern companies that gear towards our age, kind of like Starbucks and stuff like our age geared, are starting to be okay with paternity leave, and it's starting to be normal for fathers to do it. So instead of being, cracked on or shamed for taking days off to stay with your kid, people are applauding it and saying, "Good job, good on you. That's what a father's supposed to do." And then speaking on the negative, in the workforce, again, people our parents' age or generations above us are still really negatively stigmatizing us. A lot of corporate companies, Western business in particular, are really against fathers taking any time off. Traditionally, a father takes the 1 day off, so any extra time, everyone loses their mind. Just like Heath Ledger right here in Dark Knight Rises. And now, transitioning to that, a lot of companies are starting to do that more. In this picture here, it's just a meme that someone generated, but this is actually a really common case. Some supervisors in some companies, really large companies, have been kind of doing what's called book cooking, where they're allowing their employees to take paternity leave and pay them their salary even though it's not okay. So say your supervisor said you could take this time off and still paid you for doing your job. It comes to that ethical decision where, yes, you might believe in paternity leave, but you're also embezzling from your company. So it's a duality of, yes, this might be a good change, but there are some people not going about it the right way.
In the few months that a mother is on maternity leave, an infant doesn't develop too much. In the first month, they have no understanding of who they are, who you are, or their environment, and with that you can expect a lot of crying. It's their only form of communication, and they'll even continue to cry if you try to help them. In the second month, they begin to start making sounds associated with language, and then into the third month, they begin kicking their legs, which will eventually lead to crawling and then walking. And with that, it can be a lot of work still. It's suggested that you should constantly hold your infant, rock them, cuddle them, tend to them when they cry so that they can begin to recognize who you are as a caretaker. Communicating with them by singing to them, playing music, talking to them, calling them by name, reading to them, and just basically giving them a lot of your attention. Eventually, when movement begins, it'll be even more difficult keep up with them, as you don't want them to injure themselves on furniture. And that can lead to a lot of exhaustion. Exhaustion is the #1 reason why mothers don't re-enter the workforce.